Hi everybody, it's me again. And I started the video yesterday and I kind of made a quick video actually because I was in a hurry, and I wanted to kind of touch back with what we were talking about yesterday about MegaWattV2 and just kind of touch on some of the more important aspects of that pre-workout and how we utilize it, or how I utilize it, because I kind of rushed through it yesterday and told you the main points about what it could do and how you should feel and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't go over kind of the more important stuff. And as I was thinking about it last night and after I used it again yesterday, I just thought to myself, you know, for somebody that doesn't actually use the product or has never heard of it or has never even used a supplement, some of the time they just get confused, and I was one of those people, and I'm still sometimes one of those people with a new product. And so I wanted to kind of touch back and go over some of the key points and some of the more important stuff about it, and why it's beneficial for especially people that are really into fitness and exercise and are just kind of at a standstill or at a stage where they're just frozen and they can't make any changes or any difference, or they're just kind of like at a plateau and they can't get any they've lost the endurance to get better results or more results or anything like that. And so we're going to touch back on it and stuff, and if you have any questions, you know, you can always message me on Instagram or Facebook or text my cell phone or my webpage. I have a Facebook professional business webpage, and then I also have a Allison.com professional business page that has a lot more of my education and stuff on it, some key points like that. So my name is April Weidner-Stull, and it's Weidner and then -Stull, and you can find me anywhere on any of those sites, and I'd be glad to answer any personal questions that you guys have as far as more about the pre-workout. But mainly I wanted to touch base on some of the warning signs on the MegaWattV2, and a lot of those are, it tells you not to take it if you have any kind of heart arrhythmias or anxiety, depression, anything that you know, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, stuff like that. But as I can tell you from just my own experiences, I do struggle with anxiety and depression, and blood pressure issues as well. My blood pressure is actually really low, so it doesn't really affect that. But as far as my anxiety and my depression, it doesn't really affect me in that way either. But I would highly suggest that when you are taking a supplement like this, especially one that does have the amount of caffeine and the amount of stimulant in it, that you always consult your physician. And even if, say, your physician says, yeah, go ahead and take it, I would definitely try starting with a lower dose first before you just take a full maximum dose of what it tells you that you can, and just check your endurance, because sometimes, especially when you know, you may be thinking you're having a good day and that your anxiety or your heart rate or whatever is under control, but something may trigger, or it just may be the product itself, and then you boycott that product because you think, oh well, I can't take this because there's something wrong, or every time I take it, it just really messes up, and you just don't feel good, or it makes you sometimes, like if you take it and it makes your heart beat so fast that it's pumping out of your chest, and then you get sick to your stomach, and that shouldn't do that to you if you're taking the product correctly. And so you have to build an endurance to it, or not an endurance, but more of a I don't know, I can't think of the word right now, but you have to tolerance, that's the word I'm looking for. So you have to really kind of check your own tolerance, and don't just, you know, your best friend takes, you know, one scoop every day and they're fine. But then you take one scoop and you can't barely breathe because your heart's beating so fast and you're sweating so much and you're just shaking so bad. And then you just say, I can't take that. That just doesn't work for me, and I just don't want to do that anymore. Try at a lower dose. I always suggest when I first try a supplement that I take half of what they recommend. And even that, especially with MegaWatt, because there's such a large amount of stimulant in this product, maybe even try a quarter of a scoop, especially if you already know that you have anxiety or some kind of arrhythmia. Now, I will tell you though, if you do have any kind of irregular heart rate or heartbeat, you absolutely, before taking any supplements over the counter, over the website, over anything like that, you definitely should check with your provider to make sure that it's something that is not going to mess up with the medications that you're taking if you take them, or that it is not going to do something that's going to hurt you more than help you. As far as the pre-workouts go, there are other alternatives that don't have that much of a stimulant in them, or some of them don't have stimulants period in them. And so that may be the way that you end up having to go. Now for me, I need that stimulant because I'm working out so late most of the time that I have to have that endurance, because I've either normally worked all day, or I've trained all day, or I've done stuff that, actually that's more of a recent thing that I've trained all day, but more often than not, I am always working out late at night. There has been times that I don't even get to the gym again until like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And so the stimulants are always something that I look for in a product. And so the MegaWattV2, if you're looking for that, and especially that get up and impact and smack you in the face kind of endurance, that definitely is the product that you would want to try. But again, like I said, I'm not going to kind of harp on this and make this a 20-minute video about everything that's in it, just because I did talk about it yesterday, but I wanted, after I turned the video off and then went and used it, and then we had a conference call yesterday too, kind of talking about it, and some of the key points that we were talking about is stuff that I was already questioning in my head. Did I say that? Did I mention that to them? And then I thought to myself, no, I don't think I did. And so I wanted to kind of reach back out to everybody and let you guys know that just because there's a warning sign on the label that says, you know, check to see this or that or whatever, that doesn't mean that it's not a safe product for you. That just means you really do need to check with your provider. Unless it says strictly, if you have this blah, 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 do not take. Don't just rule it out. I mean, definitely check with somebody. Check maybe with your physician that prescribes your normal day-to-day medications, or check with somebody that knows a lot more about supplementation and about pre-workouts. And it is so windy out here, I'm sorry, but I love to be outside when it's like this, so I tend to kind of sit out here. But definitely don't give up. If you take a product and it just really makes you feel completely funny, or you just don't like the way it made you feel, maybe cut back the dose first. Try that. Or when you first start an initial product, start at half of the recommended dose that they tell you to take. It's sort of like a Tylenol, you know. It tells you can take, you know, 1 Tylenol if you have a headache, but you can take up to, you know, 4 Tylenol depending on the dosage. If it's the, you know, the 200 milligrams or whatever, 500 milligrams, you can take up to 1,000 milligram tabs or whatever. But it's the same thing with any kind of supplements or nutritional supplements too, is that you always need to just test your tolerance and make sure that it's not gonna be something that affects you that way. So again, reach out to me. You can get me on IG. Again, my name is April Weidner-Stull. You can hit me up on my First Form page. Also, I am First Form / April Weidner, Weidner. You can send me a private message on Instagram, Facebook, on my business pages, any of those, on my phone. My phone number is in my bio on all of my websites, and or send me an email, and my email is on all of those as well. Again, if you have any questions, or if you just, you know, just had you tried it and you just didn't like it, and you wanted to know, if you just want me to tell me about how it made you feel, maybe I can find a solution for you, or kind of give you some recommendations about what to do to make that better. And I'd be happy to do that. So have a good day, and I'm gonna finish enjoying my weather and unfortunately go back to my studying, because I'm still hitting the books again. I've got about a 10 to 12 hour certification that I'm working on right now. So and then my next one is going to be big. So I'm actually going to be going through the instructor course for Pound Fitness. So if any of you guys have not heard of that yet, check it out. It is amazing. It's one of those workouts that you can beat the crap out of anything you want to, and shake your booty and dance and make your abs look great, and your cardio is all taken care of. It's sort of like Zumba mixed with boxing type stuff, and so or hitting stuff or whatever. And so right now in my life, the Pound Fitness is the way to go for me right now, because it makes me happy. And so I'm going to be taking the instructor course real soon and getting over that kind of stuff. So hit me up, look it up, come and see me, come out and take a class, or go out and take a class if you're not near me. Right now I'm still in Tennessee, but I'm moving back to Wisconsin at the end of the month. So, and actually I'll probably be there a little bit sooner, but for now we'll catch you where we are. And remember, MegaWattV2, brew punch. Ask me any questions you need to, but remember, don't get scared off if the first time you take it and it just doesn't make you feel right. It may just mean that you need to adjust your dosage. Have a good day.